Super Bowl 51 is one of the largest people gathering events in the United States. As such, Air and Marine Operations has drawn over 65 personnel and aircraft from all over the country. We have folks coming in from Plattsburgh, New York, from Miami, from New Orleans, Houston, Tucson, the AMOC, Air and Marine Operations Center out in Riverside, California. We have folks coming from Bellingham, Washington, just to name a few. And anytime we have this many personnel and assets coordinating for one event, it can be very complex. In addition, something adding to the complexity of what we're doing here to prepare for the aerial surveillance and security of Super Bowl 51 is we're partnering with quite a few state and local law enforcement agencies as well as the Department of Defense. We all want to ensure that we're going to operate from the same sheet of music. We want to make sure that teamwork, coordination, and collaboration is seamlessly integrated on game day. What we're going to have this afternoon is an all-hands, if you will, training exercise where we will simulate real-time with real aircraft trying to violate the TFR. The TFR is a temporary flight restriction area that is centered on NRG Stadium. It's a 30-mile ring that goes from the surface up to 18,000 feet. No aircraft will be allowed to operate inside of this TFR unless they have permission from air traffic control. Our aircraft will be on patrol inside the TFR and outside the TFR during game day. So to ensure that we have such things as the same radio channels, the same type of command structure, giving people instructions on the ground and in the air on how to detect, track, and intercept an aircraft that might be attempting to violate this TFR. This exercise that we're going to have this afternoon will hopefully foresee all the contingencies that may happen on Super Bowl Sunday. We want to ensure that everybody knows their place, has an opportunity to try things to see what works optimally and see those things that need to be caressed just a little bit. We want to ensure on game day that the people attending Super Bowl 51 have a safe and secure outing. We want to ensure the folks that are attending Super Bowl 51 have a safe and secure Super Bowl.
What I look for is the target itself that comes on the radar, and then I look at the target visually with the camera, either infrared or the day camera. And what I try to do is determine the type of aircraft. If I can read a tail number on it. At night, I can read the tail number from about 1.5 miles away in either IR, or I can illuminate it with a laser illuminator and use the extra low pass camera setting to see the tail number on the aircraft. And then if it doesn't have a tail number, that leads us to other situations where if there's no tail number, it's probably criminal activity. If there is a tail number on it, then we can run the tail number through our Air Marine Operations Center out in Riverside, California, and they can determine who it belongs to and if there's any flight plan on it. What we learn is, first of all, does our equipment work, and does the Western Air Defense equipment work? And also we learn how we fit in and interact with the other players. We can also check our communications, so we can check our method of communication, such as what terminology to use, and we debrief this after the exercise and go over any issues or problems that we've had and sort out what we need to do to correct it. And that way on game day, we have everything corrected. We have the equipment fixed, and we know what to expect from both our equipment and our fellow crew members and fellow players.
Okay, well, the primary mission of the AML C-550 citation is an air interceptor. So national special security events like what we're practicing for today is exactly what CBP wants this airplane to do. So we're trying to guard the airspace for this temporary flight restriction from people that are flying any type of aircraft in the outer ring. And we have the law enforcement piece of that. So the Air Force controllers are working in the background to look out there at all the airspace. They're going to direct us to a target for practice today, which we'll also look on our own radar, which is real similar to a fighter plane's radar. We'll do some procedures to make an overt intercept, meaning we're not trying to be sneaky. We want them to know that we're going to intercept this airplane. And then we're going to talk to them on a universal guard emergency frequency and let them know they're in restricted airspace, and then give them directions on how to get out of that space.